Dar es Salaam is among the fastest growing cities in the world. The city is expected to reach megacity status by 2030. This means we will have more than 10 million inhabitants living in the city. Something interesting is happening in the Tanzania's financial capital. A part of the road heading to the historical city of Bagamoyo is becoming the technological district of the city. The district is the home of all major public tech offices, telecom operators, innovation hubs, financial institutions, research agencies, and the College of Information Technology of University of Dar es Salaam. Startup companies and tech-driven businesses are moving to the area. The future is here. Organically, the district is championing Tanzania's efforts towards digital transformation and the fourth industrial revolution, creating a generation of new businesses and equipping youth with future skills. Join us and be part of the exciting journey by helping to promote, invest, and accelerate the growth of the district, the growth of Silicon Dar. You can follow the movement via www.silicondar.org. Dar es Salaam is among the fastest growing cities in the world. The city is expected to reach megacity status by 2030. This means we will have more than 10 million inhabitants living in the city. Something interesting is happening in the Tanzania's financial capital. A part of the road heading to the historical city of Bagamoyo is becoming the technological district of the city. The district is the home of all major public tech offices, telecom operators, innovation hubs, financial institutions, research agencies, and the College of Information Technology of University of Dar es Salaam. Startup companies and tech-driven businesses are moving to the area. The future is here. Organically, the district is championing Tanzania's efforts towards digital transformation and the fourth industrial revolution, creating a generation of new businesses and equipping youth with future skills. Join us and be part of the exciting journey by helping to promote, invest, and accelerate the growth of the district, the growth of Silicon Dar. You can follow the movement via www.silicondar.org.
Hi everyone. So my name is Safina Harun Semo, and just so you know, we're going live from Sahara Ventures offices located at Bagamoyo Road. So today we're having the Makers Finale. It's the final demo day for the makers who came a long way from the trainings and all. They came with amazing ideas and that are going to be generated and be executed into business. So we have a sum of 7 teams. Personally, I'm extremely excited to know who will make it to the top. So quickly, this is the job of the judges to make us know who made it to the top. So I'm going to quickly introduce the people behind the show today. We have Engineer Valerian Sanga, who is one of the judges, the founder of Stick Lab. We have Miss Angel Hartford, the co-hub manager for Kyoto Hub. We have Kelvin Mampo, the COO for Midskit. As well, we do have representative from Sahara Ventures and our partner Tanzania Bora Initiative. We have Mr. Mbyallu, the Chief Strategist for Sahara Ventures, and Ms. Abela Bateyunga, the Founder and Executive Director for Tanzania Bora Initiative. Not only that, but also we have team behind their computers who are making this happen, who helps us go live today. So shout out to the team behind the Coders and Makers programs. Just quickly, we're going to be live for about 3-4 hours, and we're going to have the pitch wars. We're going to have a lot of things happening today. So keep calm and keep following the conversation. To begin with, I am going to quickly welcome Mr. Adam Mbyallu, the representative, as I mentioned earlier, the Chief Strategist for Sahara Ventures, to give us the welcoming remarks. Adam, karibu. I think Adam is having a bit of issues, so we can give him a benefit of like a minute and he'll be with us.
Wonderful. Hello, Najma. How are you, Safina? Am I being heard?
Yes, Adam, I can hear you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate the invite. Please welcome to Sahara Ventures. My name is Adam Mbyallu, and I'm Managing Director for Sahara Consulting, which is a company leading to what we are doing today. So very brief, what is Sahara Ventures up to? We are a group of companies with a mission of building a stable innovation, technology, and entrepreneurship ecosystem in Africa by making sure that our key focus area are in innovation, technology, and entrepreneurship. We do that through consulting. We do that through Accelerator, which is a business accelerator, post-revenue accelerator. And we do that through Sahara Sparks Event Management Company Limited with our flagship event called Sahara Sparks, which for this year, we are running the 5th times of this event, one of the biggest in Africa. At Sahara Ventures, we believe we have a vision of becoming one of the leading investment and consulting firm. And we are very happy today to be joined, all supported by Foundation Botna on a project called Makers and Coders, which is working below in one of our flagship company called Sahara Consult. We are partnering with our colleague Tanzania Bora Initiative, and I hope you'll be hearing a lot from project manager on how and what is Makers and Coders, and specifically Makers part. And I thank you. I want to welcome you all. One of the biggest learning through this project has been the fact that the issue of making is a little bit rather not a new concept, but not known to many. And very few of them do understand this concept. A very few companies, local companies, I'm very proud to be joined by my very brother, engineer Valerian Sanga, one of the very few makers champions in the country. They started with Stick Lab, and I'm hearing that now they have moved and having a full-fledged company, not a lab alone. Valerian might speak very briefly later, but I'm joined with them. And So the making itself has been a bit of a very not common concept, I would say. And I'm happy this Coders and Makers challenge or initiative is coming to inspire the many to come and think more or see the opportunity around making in the country. One of the very part of this project is the Makers and Coders Zakijanja program, which has started with the grassroots, the youth bit, and I'm glad this concept, activity is ongoing. I've been inspired by the youth, especially the ladies, girls who have been eagerly learning on making and coding, and this shows how the future of our next Tanzania is going to be very bright. This is a continuation of a project that will be running up to Tanga next year. So it's part of the main project, as I said earlier. So I'm happy to be joined by you all. I'm yet to hear, I'm eagerly waiting to hear your pitches for those who are going to pitch today. And I wish you all the best. And thank you for joining me in. Thank you, Safina, again.
Thank you so much, Adam. It was nice. And so after hearing the welcoming remarks and the information from the representative from Sahara Ventures, next I'm going to welcome Ms. Mbyallu Bateyunga. She's the founder and executive director for Tanzania Bora Initiative. As mentioned by Adam, they are our partners. So, karibu Bella.
Asante sana. I am actually going to use Adam's laptop because we are in the same room and I do not want to confuse you all with different sounding. So as she said, my name is Mbyallu Bateyunga and I am the founder and the executive director of Tanzania Bora Initiative. We are the partners of Sahara and we are doing this program together, Coders and Makers. I am a big believer of girls and girls coding, and I'm also just a big believer of advancing technology and making efforts within the country. And so we, as a partnership, Tanzania Bora Initiative and Sahara Venture, we're excited. Just repeating kidogo what Adam has said, the fact that we are pushing and advancing coding not only for girls, but also we are looking for men, because it's he for she, to support young girls so that we can advance this together. Because from our organization, we are realizing that for a period of time now, the careers or the sector, STEM, meaning science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, has been really male dominated. And so right now we want to bridge that leadership gap, but also we want to bridge that digital gender gap by actually calling upon men to say, hey, can you take a hold of and actually support young girls? So I'm actually congratulating all of you makers who are actually going to do your pitches today. However, I'm calling upon you to say, help us to also hold the hand of our girls to actually, in a manner that 5 years from now in Tanzania, we don't only have male remarkable makers, but we equally have male and female, especially young women remarkable makers. So I wish you well. I'm excited. I've seen a lot of your programs are remarkable and they're amazing. I wish you best of luck and may the best program project win. But for me, you're all winners.
Yeah, thank you so much, Adela. Thank you so much. Yes, we're all winners. Everyone is a winner. So on to the next, in line with my timetable, the next one, I'm going to welcome Ms. Jocelyn Msigwa. Jocelyn Msigwa is the head of people, culture, and internal communications for Sahara Ventures, but as well for this project, she's the internal project manager, and she's going to take us through the journey with this project from where we started to where we are today with the Makers Finale. But before I welcome Ms. Jocelyn, just a humble reminder that our hashtag for social media today is hashtag Makers Final, the final with E, Makers Final. So let's keep on tweeting, let's keep on engaging, and yeah, so I'm welcoming the presentation from Ms. Jocelyn Msigwa.
Greetings. My name is Jocelyn Msigwa, and I am the project manager of Coders and Makers. I'm happy that you're here today. I am very happy to have a powerful presentation from different stakeholders in the ecosystem. And without really spending more time, I'm just here to explain to you about the concept of the Makers Innovation Challenge and the Makers Finale today. That is my only role. Makers Innovation Challenge is a component of a project called Makers and Coders. Makers and Coders is a project that is implemented by TBI and Sahara Ventures in support of Botna Foundation. The program is aimed at inspiring the next generation of coders and makers. Now, the Makers Innovation Challenge is a part of Coders and Makers, as I said earlier, and this challenge has been very exciting. It has been a journey of over 6 months, and we are very proud to where we are today because it marks the climax of this challenge. The Makers Innovation Challenge was launched early July this year, and it started with a call of application. We wanted to see out there, what would it be like if we call for ideas and applications from people, from youth, from entrepreneurs, from secondary school students? Do they have any ideas that are related to the making concept? Are they good? Are they valid? Can they be replicated and commercialized? And it was very insightful. We had up to 34 ideas that were submitted, and these ideas were from across different regions in the country: Morogoro, Dar es Salaam, Tanga, Iringa, but most of the ideas were from Dar es Salaam. There were just 34, which gave us an understanding that the making concept is not very well grasped, so there is still more work to do in the area. Now, with the 34 ideas that were collected, it was interesting because 82.4% of those ideas represented only male. Sigh. There is still a huge gap here. Female representation is very low, and as a community, as stakeholders here today, we see that there is still more that needs to be done. As I've displayed in my illustration, that was the first phase of this in the whole challenge, calling for ideas, and that was the gap. But after a crucial judging process, which was done by our pool of judges, we were able to have up to 10 ideas that were selected to go to the next phase. They were valid, they were concrete, and we could see that they could be commercialized. Some of them were already reflecting commercial value out of those ideas. And then, well, after the ideas, the 10 teams, one of the team was from Morogoro, one other team was from Arusha, and 2 other teams were from Arusha, and that made a total of 10 teams who were able to come for the boot camp. We also called it the design sprint, like a place where makers could meet and actually think through the process of the projects they have and the concepts they have and build value to those. It was a powerful session. The first 5 days were virtual, were physical, and in these physical days, these guys were learning about design thinking, customer validation, user experience, and many more of the like. But it didn't end there. The experience also involved the makers to work with real makers, actual makers. We were happy to have Valerian and Paul from Sticky Lab. They really helped the makers to use, to get involved in hands-on projects, and it was very exciting. So for the 5 days, they were even able to learn about design for manufacturing, commercializing, and the art of pricing. It was a powerful learning process for them. Now, after that, there were other 5 days that involved the virtual engagement of the mentor and the mentee. They still had work to validate their projects. They still needed to prototype their projects, and that is how we got here today. So out of those 10 teams, Today, we will be having 7 teams that will be pitching for the Makers finale. I'm very proud to say that they've put in the work, they've put in the effort, and we're happy to have gathered virtually here today to hear the presentations that they have prepared. They've been working to present their concepts. Makers are so intrigued into their creations, and sometimes they get lost in the way, but today we're going to hear them and we're going to listen to what they have to say. 2 of those teams will be declared champions on this Makers finale, and luckily we have a powerful presentation of judges who will work together to select the best 2 teams that get to the next phase. As implementing partners, we have just prepared a grand prize for the winning teams. They will each get 500 USD as a token of appreciation for the work and the effort that they've put in there. We are just encouraging them to look out for opportunities and to be willing to learn every time an opportunity arises. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. May the pitch begin.
Wow, that was an amazing, amazing journey with this project, and I am also impatiently waiting to know who are those 2 best teams. As Miss Abella mentioned earlier, you're all winners, you're all winners. It's just that at what capacity are we winning? So there are those who will have higher marks, higher grades, but we shouldn't really be tasted by that. So I am going to really quickly reintroduce the judges, and I'll give 1 minute for each judge to introduce themselves and speak a bit so that we can just familiarize with the teams. So yeah, so the first one, we have Engineer Valerian Sanga. He is the founder of C Club. Mr. Valerian, Engineer Valerian, a minute for you.
Hello, everybody. Good morning. So, well, let me turn my video on. Okay. Well, as I've been introduced, my name is Engineer Valerian Sanga. I'm the co-founder and CEO of C Club. Now we are known as Bongo Tech and Research Lab, which is basically like 3 wings, a makerspace, engineering and consulting, and research and development lab. So today, with other judges, we'll walk through to 2 best groups that will go further. But as my colleagues have said here, everybody is a winner. However, we need to have 2 teams that will go further. So, tuko pamoja. Yeah. Karibu.
Thank you so much, Engineer Valerian. Next, I will give a minute to Miss Angel Hartford. She's the co-hub manager for Kyoto Hub Iringa. Karibu, Angel.
Thank you very much. As you've introduced me, my name is Angel Ezekiel, and I work with Kyoto Hub. At Kyoto Hub, we are connecting the university students and the community so as they could co-create together and come up with innovative solutions that could solve some of the social problems that we have. And I am really excited to be here today, and I'm really looking forward for the pitch. I've seen amazing ideas and solutions that are really practical in our world today. So I'm just really looking forward for the winners and see who will get through to who would win today. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Angel. And for the last judge, I'm going to call Mr. Kelvin Mampo. He's the COO for Meets Kit. Karibu, Kelvin, a minute for you.
Okay, hello everybody. My name is Kelvin Po and Mwampo, or I'm co-founder and CTO of MITS Group Company Limited, and at MITS Group, we focus on enhancing competence-based learning for science students. So we are focusing on creating more makers, especially in the STEM categories. And yes, we are doing that by introducing them to affordable science kits called the MITS kits, as mentioned by the host. Yeah. So today there's nothing exciting than to hear new ideas, fresh ideas from the makers. And yes, the best will take the prizes, but all are winners. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Kelvin. And really quick, I'm going to give you the floor of who will go first, who will go next. I mean, the teams that are going to pitch. So please be prepared before your time comes. So we're going to start with Lab X, followed by QRO Assistive Tech, and then KPF Water Meter, Plant Aquarium, Prayer Recycling, ACE Hub, and last will be Little BTS. I will repeat. The first will be Lab X. The second will be Criaro Assistive Tech. The third will be KPF Water Meter. The fourth will be Plant Aquarium. The fifth will be Prayer Recycling. The sixth will be ACE Hub, and the last will be Little BTS. So, really quick, I'd like to call Mr. Abbas. We're going to put the presentation first, and then next, we're gonna have 3 minutes with the judges. So we all will have 3 minutes to impress the judges. So yeah, so the first presentation will be from Lab X, a solution for underground fuel measurement. And this is presented by Mr. Abbas Hassan. So on to that.
Hi, my name is Abbas from LabX, and here at LabX, we look at solving century-old problems with modern-day solutions. At the moment, the biggest problem that we see is in the fuel industry. The fuel industry is an industry that rotates a lot of high-value stock, and that stock that's also very dangerous, and the funny thing is, it's very poorly managed. There's a lot of inefficiencies in the fuel industry, starting with the fuel measurement process. There are over 1,560 stations in the country, and each of them put at least 2 workers at enormous health risks. And the health risks come during the fuel measurement process. The employees have to open the tanks and put the dipping stick, and this exposes them to high level of toxins. So these employees end up breathing in these toxins, which could have harmful effects to their health. Not only that, the same process is extremely inefficient, and it has a high margin for error. The process also takes over 30 minutes, a process which could be minimized by just 1 minute. So we bring you the solution. The solution is SenseX. SenseX is an automatic underground tank monitoring system that allows workers, owners, and regulators to monitor fuel levels remotely. This means that owners don't have to travel hundreds and thousands of kilometers to know how different stations that they own are performing, rather than they can just access the data via a cloud, as well as regulators. This process is 97% faster, where it allows the owners to get readings, regulators, and the workers as well. It protects the employees' health, as well as it saves money for the owners when workers are reporting over-exaggerated fuel losses. And it also decreases the chance of human error. The level of accuracy is 0.5%, and compared to the normal dipping process with a margin of error of 12%. So our strengths at the moment are, we have the most accurate fuel level sensor in the country, and it's the cheapest sensor in the market at the moment. Even though we do have strengths, we do have weaknesses as well. There was a similar product in the market, but it was poorly installed, so there's a bad reputation about the product. So there are also further opportunities in regards to, we can not only stay in the same fuel stations, but move over to fuel depots and as well as fuel transportation trucks. The product costs only $300 and it has a 3mm accuracy. We do have 3 early adopters, which are the major corporations that are supplying the fuel around the country and on a lot of petrol stations in the country, being Puma, Oryx Energies, and Camel Oil, which have agreed to give us 10 stations to test the product when we have an industrial-ready one. Our ask is $75,000, which will be used for research and development of the product, logistics, office space setup, and other overheads. So how are we going to make money? First way of making money is going to come from the sale of sensors and the monthly subscription to access the readings of the data, and also through third-party sale of data. And other ways could come from consultation and insights on how you can better manage your fuel levels. So our growth strategy includes, first, manufacturing industrial-ready products in January 2021. And by March 2021, we're rolling out the devices to the 10 early adopters. By September 2021, 10% of the stations in the country will be using the device. We hope to be self-sustaining and penetrating the East African market by January 2022. We also have a very strong team, a team that consists of Shaukat Ali, who is in charge of the technical of the product development and research based on how to improve the product. And we have Edgar Mosha, who is our oil and gas focal advisor, someone who is from the industry, who knows about the problems and how to solve them efficiently. And we have myself as a team lead, focusing on the business side and strategy. And that's it from me. Thank you.
Wow, that was an amazing presentation. So we let the judges decide. Now on to you, judges. You have 3 minutes with Mr. Abbas.
Hello.
Hello.
So, how is it, Abbas?
Hello. Hi. I'm doing great.
Okay. You have mentioned that there was another idea of the same that deployed and got bad feedback from the early adopters. I don't know what is different from that makes you get the positive feedback. What is really improved to your design?
Okay. So the type of sensor is different. It's that the previous company that was fitting these sensors were using a float system, which depended on the dimensions of the fuel tank inside. And most of these fuel stations don't have like correct measurements of their tank. As we all know, fuel changes the dimensions of the tank as well. Our sensor is a pressure level sensor. So all of this is recalibrated by itself. So you don't really have to look at the tank measurements. It's more about the pressure of the tank inside. Yeah, that makes sense.
Next judges, Miss Angel, Engineer Valerian, do you have any questions for us?
I don't have a question. Just congratulations. I understood, and I would have asked the same question Kelvin asked, but I have understood what you said. It makes sense to me. So congratulations.
All right, thank you.
Engineer Valerian?
Well, thank you. I was blocked there, couldn't unmute. Okay, so Abbas.
Hello, Sanga.
That's a nice presentation. I have one question.
Thank you. Yeah.
You mentioned something about the error, the accuracy level on the existing system, the way they do the dipping. How did you come about that, like the 12%?
Okay, so there is during the dipping process, there's a part where they put in the stick, and then there has to be at a correct angle of measurement for them to have like the accurate reading of the line to show up on the stick. And then they have to take a ruler on that. So in between the process of taking the ruler and taking the stick to the office to measure that, the line could have faded a bit due to the rains and stuff like that. So there's also during the part of the mathematical calculation, because they have to calculate the difference between the top line and the bottom line, where the line actually is. So most of these employees who are doing that bit are not very well equipped in regards to mathematical calculations as such. But so that's where it comes from.
Okay, one last question. In your slides, you have the expectations like on 2022, right? That to be sustainable and penetrate the market, right?
East African market, yes. Yeah.
Okay, so how did you come up with the numbers? Do you have the sheet that you can share with us?
Yes, I can share with that if you give me an email, or all of that is available.
Okay, I really wanted to understand, like, did you do your homework well? Like, you know, your projection, like in 2021 and 2022, you're gonna be self-sustainable.
Yes. Yes, okay. This is mostly through the conversations with the early adopters as well. As we know, Puma is like the market leader. So if Puma at least deploys the system to even 20% of the stations, we'll be able to reach our target of 10% of the stations in the country.
And the amount that you're requesting, you know how you're going to use it, right?
Yes, and that budget is also available upon request.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Do we have any other questions, judges? I guess that's it. So we're going on to the next team. The next team will be Chiaro Assistive Tech. Chiaro Assistive Tech, they provide assistive devices for PWD, people living with disabilities, such as wheelchairs, walkers, braces, and so on. So next is the presentation from Mr. Coleman Letembea. On to it.
My name is Coleman Letembea, and I'm from Chiaro Assistive Tech. Before I tell you what we do, I have a question for you. If your whole life had to be spent on a chair, how would you want it to be? Hold that thought. Now again, imagine that your ability of moving freely, accessing health, education, opportunities, and so much more whenever you want, is a luxury you cannot afford. How does it feel? Now, with that feeling in mind, think of the 85% of 75 million people globally who are in need of a wheelchair but have no access to one. Now, taking a closer look at the field of wheelchairs and assistive devices in Tanzania and Africa in general, you come to realize that one of the major challenges is the lack of access to appropriate wheelchairs, affordable wheelchairs, and quality wheelchairs. Let me give you an example. Taking care of a child with cerebral palsy requires the family to have multiple equipment, including a wheelchair, a standing frame, and a bench. Moreover, they need to buy a new wheelchair every 2 or 3 years as the child grows. This is expensive, and most families cannot afford this. And this is where innovations come in. To address this, at Kiara Assistive Tech, we designed a multipurpose wheelchair that can function as a wheelchair, a bench, and a standing frame, all in one design. The wheelchair can also be adjusted to increase in size as the user grows, allowing them to use it for a much longer time than they normally would. Innovative designs, the use of subsidy and role models, the easiness to manufacture and repair locally, and the customizing of each device to the unique preferences and needs of each individual user. These are principles and practices that you observe across all our products and services, be it the multipurpose wheelchair, the active wheelchairs, the walkers, the transfer aids, and even our design accessibility services for public spaces, homes, and offices. Now, if you take a look at the third row, you will observe that 10 million people are in need of wheelchairs in Africa, with more than 9 million still having no access to one. And this is the market you're targeting in the next 7 to 10 years when it comes to wheelchairs. And whereas our target users are people with different disabilities that require wheelchairs, such as cerebral palsy, spinal cord injury, muscular dystrophy, and many others, our target customers also include the users and their families themselves, government and its agencies, hospitals and rehabilitation centers, wheelchair distribution organization, and individual and corporate philanthropists. And this is how we're aiming to reach our target customers and users. Now, so far we have been able to successfully conduct the user trials of the multipurpose wheelchair. And from the next coming year, 2021, these are our sales forecasts for the next 3 years for 2 of our products, the multipurpose wheelchairs and active wheelchairs. To make this happen, we are currently seeking a total fund of 50,000 USD, which we aim to use in setting up a workshop and buying machinery, paying salaries and wages, doing marketing, and doing research and design. Once you invest in us, this is the team behind Kiara Assistive Tech, with experts from different fields, from clinicians and therapists, design to communications. These are some of the partners that we work with to bring our work to the users and to the market, and you can be one of them too. Now, as I end, you remember the 2 questions I asked when I started? Now, I'd like to ask you one more question by starting with a quote from Winston Churchill, that we make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give. My question to you is, what are you willing to give so that one more person can gain mobility to freely move and access social services and opportunities? My name is Commander Tembea. I'm from Kiara Assistive Tech, where we break barriers and provide access. Thank you.
Wow, that was an amazing presentation from Mr. Coleman. So now on to you, judges. You have 3 minutes with Mr. Coleman. Make yourself comfortable with his idea. Karibuni.
Hello, Carol. Hello.
Yes, hello, Teddy.
How is it? It's a nice presentation, by the way, and nice idea. My concern is in the business. So you are requesting, you are seeking a funding of about 50,000 USD, right?
Yes.
And if you are going to, I don't know if you have already started the business, but I wanted to know how how do you come with the break-even numbers? Or I don't know, when will you start being profitable if someone invests with that lot of money?
Okay, thank you. So yes, as I said in the presentation, we have already carried out user trials, and we have had successful feedback and have been reiterated from that. Currently, we have already obtained the workshop space, and from 2021, by March 2021, we will be setting up our workshop and buying the necessary machine, because we need to be able to produce at our own space with our own technicians to reduce the cost that we're incurring currently by renting out workshops at different places. The detailed numbers of how we came about the 50,000 USD, the budget is available upon request. So I can send it to you if needed, so that you can see in details how we'll be making profits when we break even, and how we'll be bringing in money in the business.
So you don't know, to be exact, when will you start making profit, or you will break?
By mid-2022.
Okay, mid-2022. And another question, it's a nice idea and very, I don't know what is, what can prohibit me from copying it? How is it innovative so that a person cannot copy it from you and make another Chiaro stuffs in the same city or in the same country?
Okay, thank you. First, we are currently on the process of patenting the design, which means we'll be securing and protecting the design from such a possibility. And second, it's not only about how innovative it is as a design, but also how innovative it is as we deliver it to the users. Our connection to the users is also what sets us unique, that will, even if someone else was to come up with a similar design, we work directly with the users, and our connection enables us to deliver a product and a package that suits them exactly as they need it. So that's something that we believe in ourselves, that someone cannot copy from us. But otherwise, in terms of design, we're currently working on patenting the design to secure it from such possibilities.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thanks.
Engineer Valerian?
Yes, Coleman.
Yes, Engineer.
That's a nice presentation. Well, I have one question so far. Have you assessed the competitors around you? What makes you so special?
Okay, so on the local context in Tanzania, we have a very few workshops we have come across, and that through our research we have found, that are dealing with making of wheelchairs, and most of them deal with making of tricycles. If you have come across them, that those are which are driven using hands. So our advantage over them is that, first, our designs are more innovative in terms, as you have seen, that our wheelchair can perform functions of 3 different equipment. Most of the workshops that deal with devices for people with disabilities just produce either tricycles or basic wheelchairs, and the designs are basic, and most of them are not customizing according to the needs of each user, as it is required by the World Health Organization. Outside Tanzania, on the international context, most wheelchairs and these devices are coming from outside the country, like South Africa, China, UK, etc. And we have 2 advantages over there. Their devices are very cool in design and everything, but first, they're very expensive, and second, they are not resilient in our environment, and they're hard to repair locally, which is something we have taken into account. Our devices are easy to manufacture and repair locally, and given that we have designed in local context, they are more durable in a local environment and rural environment. So that's our advantage of our local and international competitors.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Coleman.
Yes, hello, Angela.
Congratulations Nice presentation, by the way. And
Thank you.
my question is about the numbers really. I saw sales, but I didn't see how many people would you reach by 2021 and so on and so on. And I'm asking that because I see the need in the market, and but I'll be more relaxed if I would know how many people you would have reached by 2020 and so on, 2021 and so on.
Thank you. So as you have seen in the numbers of the people we reach is directly affected by the number of wheelchairs that we are able to distribute. So if we are going to distribute 250 wheelchairs in 2021, it means we'll be reaching 250 users. But in terms of the lives we'll be impacting, it will be a larger number because we'll be impacting the lives of those 250 people and each of their families. Does that answer your question? Or should I elaborate more?
It kind of does, but you didn't say exactly how many people are you intending to reach by that year. You said if they.
Okay, so in 2021 we are aiming to reach 250 wheelchair users, 100 multipurpose wheelchairs and 150 active wheelchairs. Those are two of the products that we are aiming to push. Therefore, we are aiming to reach 250 wheelchair users in 2021.
And how is your marketing strategy? How would you inform all these people about your project?
Great.
Your marketing strategy.
Okay, so first, since in our market we are approaching our users in two ways. Through first direct sales, those who can purchase the devices themselves, and we are doing this through reaching out to hospitals, because most wheelchair users will go through hospitals like Mbyallu, SMC, and etc. Whether it's through they got an accident or any other cause, they'll be going through there before they need a wheelchair. So in 2021, we are reaching out to hospitals so that the hospitals can refer the users to us. Actually, we have reached out so far to SMC and Moi in Mbyallu, and it has started showing fruits as the users who go there to ask for wheelchairs, who go through the hospital, get the service, then they need wheelchairs, they are referred to us. And we are also reaching out through social media and conventional media. And second, we are doing strategic partnerships with organizations that deal with people's disabilities, the likes of Songabel Initiative, Dr. Mendy Foundation, and others, who work with people's disabilities directly. And on several occasions, they provide these wheelchairs for those who cannot afford it themselves. Therefore, through those partners, we'll be selling to the partners and the distribution organizations who will be distributing to the people who are in need but cannot afford themselves.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Isabella, the host right now. Now the co-host. I am. You are the co-host. Yeah, so what will? Nani? Umeshaingia? Ingia.
While that you can apologize, requesting your feedback.
Sorry, we're having a bit of a technical glitch, and we'll be back in a few minutes. We're sorting it right now.
Dar es Salaam is among the fastest growing cities in the world. The city is expected to reach megacity status by 2030. This means we will have more than 10 million inhabitants living in the city. Something interesting is happening in the Tanzania's financial capital. A part of the road heading to the historical city of Bagamoyo is becoming the technological district of the city. The district is the home of all major public tech offices, telecom operators, innovation hubs, financial institutions, research agencies, and the College of Information Technology of University of Dar es Salaam. Startup companies and tech-driven businesses are moving to the area. The future is here. Organically, the district is championing Tanzania's efforts towards digital transformation and the fourth industrial revolution, creating a generation of new businesses and equipping youth with future skills. Join us and be part of the exciting journey by helping to promote, invest, and accelerate the growth of the district, the growth of Silicon Dar. You can follow the movement via www.silicondar.org.
Hi, so kindly please pardon the technical glitch. Technology is kind of not our best friend. So first I would love to recognize the presence of Miss Eva. She's the representative from Foundation Botna. As earlier introduced, Foundation Botna are the ones who brought up this project. And so Miss Eva, you're welcome. We recognize your presence, and we had started a bit earlier, and we're now with the pitches. We just finished the second person pitch, and we're going on to the third. We're going on to the third. The third person to pitch will be KPF Water Meta. KPF Water Meta, I'm just going to give you a bit of a brief of what they are providing. They are providing a prepared water meter for homes in an industry. So on to the presentation by Mr. Festo.
Kwa majina naitwa Festo, KFP Technology. Maji ni kitu cha msingi sana na cha muhimu katika maisha yote ya binadamu. Chukulia unaishi Dar es Salaam, na kulingana na adha ya Dar es Salaam unarudi nyumbani usiku saa 3, saa 4 hadi saa 5. Unafika nyumbani unataka uoge, upumzike, uandae chakula na ulale. Kwa bahati mbaya, nyumbani maji hakuna, yamekatika. Lakini hauna wasiwasi kwa sababu unajua nyumba ya jirani wana maji kwa ajili ya jumuiya. Unaamua uchukue vifaa vyako vya maji uende ukachote kwa kiasi kidogo cha fedha. Unafika pale unakuta wamefunga. Na si kwamba maji hamna, la hasha. Maji yapo, ila msimamizi naye ameenda kupumzika. Unarudi, unaanza kujifikiri itakuwaje kesho yako. Na je, unalalaje muda huo? Kwa hiyo hata kama ulikuwa na shughuli zingine za kufanya kwa ajili ya kuandaa kesho, hutaweza kufanya. KFP Technology ikaliona hili, ikaja na suluhisho ambalo litaondoa hiyo adha ambayo watu wanapata. Utaweza kuchota maji masaa 24 kwa njia rahisi kabisa. Cha msingi inatakiwa uwe na kadi. Hiyo kadi utaiweka kiasi cha fedha kulingana na aina ya mtandao unaotumia. Unaweza kuweka kwa njia ya M-Pesa, Tigo Pesa, Airtel Money, au T-Pesa. Baada ya hapo utachukua vifaa vyako, utaenda kwenye kisima au kwenye bomba, utaikuta hiyo mita, utaweka kadi. Ukiweka kadi, utaingiza kiasi cha maji ambacho unakihitaji. Itakwambia weka kadi. Baada hapo maji yatatoka kwa kile kiasi ambacho umekiomba na utaweza kurudi nyumbani. Muda wowote ule, inaweza kuwa saa 8 usiku au saa 6 usiku, hata saa 12 alfajiri. Sasa basi, katika kuendeleza, tuliweza kufanikiwa kufanya majaribio na yakawa yamefanikiwa katika sehemu tofauti tofauti. Tumefanya banana ukonga, ambapo hadi sasa hivi hiyo mita. Tumefanya majaribio pia Riverside Ubungo, na pia tena tumefanya kazi na Molowasa. Na mji ambao unaitwa Mazimbu, na huko kuna kazi 250 kwa mita moja. Lakini pia tena tunachaji kulingana na watu atakapokuwa naenda kuchota maji, kwamba atakapokuwa anaweka kadi yake pale na kuchota maji, tutakuwa tunamkata 3% ya kiasi cha ambacho maji amechota. Na pia tena tutapata katika akitaka kufungiwa huo mfumo na kuuza zile kadi. Tuna timu ambayo imetuzunguka, ambayo imenizunguka, ambao tuko 3, ambao ni Paul Sostenes kama software developer, Festo Mangungu ni kama team leader, na Kasim Samji kama technical. Tunahitaji USD 28,500 kwa ajili ya kuweka hii product iwe katika, na pia tena iwe tuweze kuisimamia katika mfumo wa software pamoja na huduma za marketing and
Thank you so much for that presentation by KPF Water Meta. And now it's time for the judges. Judges, you have about 3 minutes with Mr. Festo. Festo, can you hear me?
Habari Festo. Hello, habari Festo.
Looks like he is not online.
Oh, okay.
KPF Festo, can you hear me? Please confirm that you can hear me via text in the chat. Or any representative from KPF. Okay, just so we don't buy too much time on the same team, I'm going to call on to the next team and then we'll get back to KPF once they confirm their presence, because I feel like they're having maybe a technical issue. So the next in the line will be Little BTS. The presentation will be online and it will be presented by Hoza. Hoza, are you there? Please confirm that you can hear me. Hoza, can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, Safina, I can hear you.
Okay, carry on with your presentation, please.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to share my screen. Yeah. By the way, my name is Saidi Hoza. I'm from Team Little BTS. And here we have an idea. It's all about solving problems associated with weak signal reception in rural areas due to insufficient cell phone tower. As you know, in our country, we have a great problem associated with a weak signal, and taking a Tanga as a case study, with the help of TTCL, we have get different findings about this problem. So that's why from those findings, we come up with a Little BTS, an electronics device capable for boosting mobile signal, which ensure effective communications. And here it's industry outlook, why we have come up with a Little BTS. As we see, it's all about 64.4% average Tanzanian who use cell phone towers. Apart from that, network providers are very few. It's all about 80 plus something. So this is a problem, though profit it's about 40 to 60%, but average Tanzania who experiencing weak signal is about 45%. This is a challenge. That's why we have come up with such kind of idea. And our solution is day-to-day communication. We want to ensure good communication in rural areas by boosting signal with our device. Also, glad to work with all network providers in Tanzania. And here we come with our revenue model. Seems like we are going to do B2B, selling kits directly to users. our signal booster will be sold out to users directly by such amount. Currently, I want to show you our key timeline goals, which seems here. We have almost the second quarter milestone, which will start January 2021. Through this time, we are going to make our first prototype, and then after we are going actually in marketing and the branding. After doing testing in different regions, we are going to do like a branding of our product. Since by June 2021, we hope our products will be to the market. Yeah, what we want, it's all about 12 million funds, which will be distributed as shown here in my presentation. We needed to make some administrative startup and marketing about 4% of that money, and the startup fees are about registration, retail business, insurance, and some of software which will be used in our prototype. Apart from that, there are some issues of initialized payment, which will contribute about 30% of that amount. Yeah, it's all about our budget. And here I meet my team, Saidi Hoza. I'm a team lead in my team with my operation manager, Patrick Kimaro, with other staff members who are actually they are busy with their studies, but we believe our team will continue with some staffs. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Hoza. That was a nice presentation. And on to you, judges. You have 3 minutes with Hoza.
Hello, Hoza.
Yes, Mr. Calvin.
Mambo.
Safi, tukwema bro.
So it was a very nice presentation, by the way. Something I want to know is about 12 million. Is it USD or Tanzanian shillings?
It's USD. I mean Tanzania shillings, 12 million.
Okay. So all of that description of the consumption of that 12 millions, I mean, that description covers 12 millions only, because there are a lot of stuff you want to do with that 12 millions. I don't think it is enough. How did you come up with that number?
Yeah, actually, that's why we have make some charts here to show how that money will be used. Let me show you. I want to explain more how I'm going to use that money.
Just go to the chart, that cycle, that pie chart, okay, about how you're going to use it. There are a lot of tasks you're going to cover for only 12 millions. You copied it from somewhere, right?
Hello, Kelvin.
Hello.
Kelvin.
Yes.
Here
can
is
you
my
hear?
chart. Hey, Mr. Kelvin.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, okay, thank you. And this is my chart. I think you can see it.
Yeah, I can see it, but there are a lot of stuff that you are going to cover for only 12 millions Tanzanian shillings. So I'm just thinking like you have copied that pie chart from somewhere and just put it there without editing anything, I think, because 12 millions does not reflect that kind of stuff that you want to cover for your startup. So I want to know, how did you come up with 12 millions, regardless of that chart?
Yeah, actually, I have been working for a long time, so I have some amount which there are some issue I have already sorted out, and I have already working for it. So that amount, 12 million, it's here, as you see, there is a blue chart here. This is the only issues which are needed by this 12 million. But in that case of website development, I have already done maintenance costing, and other initial payments have already done. But in case of 12 million, it's going to be used in this part.
Okay. So who is your customer?
My customer are rural residents, but also I'm going to do B2B business, direct business, but also I'm just looking to do some sort of partnership with network providers, because they know very well where they are not fit in their market.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello.
Yes, Mr. Valerian.
Habari Hoza.
Salama tu.
So I have one question for you. I've seen in your presentation you have written 50,000 Tanzanian shilling, that will be your selling price. So
Yes.
do you know your production cost? Like how
Yeah.
much to cost you to do production of one unit to the point that you come with this 50,000 Tanzanian K?
Until to finish my product, it cost about 40,000. But in issue of win-to-win situation, I will not sell it by 40,000. That's why I have top up about 10,000 as my profit.
So if you
Since
say,
I'm just focusing for rural residents.
okay,
Yes.
you say your production cost is 40, then you've added 10,000, right?
Yes.
How do you think you can manage the sustainability of your company? When do you expect to be sustainable?
Oh, by 1 year, I hope my money will be back. Yeah, because in this chart, we have shown some of our average profit margin, which is about 40 to 60% by 1 year. So sure, 100%, 1 year, my money will be back.
So, listen, here's the question, right? You have spent
Yes.
40,000 to manufacture.
Yes.
I don't know which cost is
Yes.
included there. Did you include your rent and everything in that 40,000? Or it's just procurement of materials and making your device? And then how many units are you expecting to sell for you to be sustainable? In that 1 year, you said, how many units? If you said how many units?
Yeah, actually, by that 40,000, I'm going to produce almost. I'm going to produce almost 200 kits, which cost about 8 million. I will take 8 million for producing 200 kits for just starting my massive production. So far, I'm just looking to partnership with some company in China, which seems to be very costless in issue of manufacturing rather than producing here in Tanzania.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Hello, Oza.
Yes, hi.
Congratulations on your presentation.
Thank you.
I think a previous judge has asked you about your cost of production, but I think I should ask again because it was not clear with me. As is the 40,000 for production cost only, or does it cover other costs like marketing costs and your fixed costs like rent, staff, and things like this? Does it cover that too?
Okay, thank you. That 40,000 means from the way I'm just producing it until to the market. So it's all about taxes, transportations, and other expenses. It took about 40,000.
Oh, okay, thank you. And what about your marketing? Have you tested the product yet?
Yeah, actually, I've done some of testing in Tanga with the support of TTCL, and I have already know the best price which user can afford. Because as I told you, I'm just focusing with rural residents. Actually, financial status, they are not good at all. So I'm just taking the assumption and their ideas.
How many people were interested? How many people were interested in your product?
It's about 300 to 400 because I have done testing with almost 4 districts in Tanga region. So many people were very excited with my idea, and it's a user friend. So yeah, I hope about customer I have it.
Okay. Um, Thank you very much.
Thank you, Anja.
Hold on. One last question from me. Your device, let's say in one district, how many devices do you need to support people?
Pardon?
Let's say you go to Muheza district, right?
Yes.
In one village, how many units are needed to boost the network? Or does that mean that every individual in the village should own his or her own device?
Okay. No, actually, operating area, it's all about the 20-meter radius. So, which means for one village, it depends on location, but maximum user, it's 8 users, which I have focused for one family. When I'm just going to set a big number of users per one kit, it's just like market strategies. So I'm just doing win-to-win situation. So one device it's used for maximum 8 people.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much, judges. Thank you so much, Hosa, for a very nice presentation. And so before we move forward to what's next, I'd like again to recognize the presence of Miss Eva from Foundation Botna. Just to inform you, we're going to okay, so just to inform you, Miss Eva, we're going to play the Hello, once again, pardon us for the technical glitch again. Miss Eva, pardon, because I made you sit back and wait for a while listening to what I was about to say. So we're going to take a short 1 minute break so that we can sort everything and come back with the flow. So I'll just give a bit of a highlight of what is going to happen after we come back after the break. So after the minute break, we're going to welcome Miss Eva for a word from Foundation Botna, and then after that, we'll continue with the presentations from where we ended. So we're left with 4 teams. One team is awaiting for the questions, and we have Plant Aquarium, we have Preo, and Ace Hub awaiting for presenting. So in the meantime, let's take a short break, and Ms. Eva and Mr. Adam Mbyallu, please get ready for the next session.
My name is Naita Richard, and I'm the project manager from TBI on Coders and Makers project. Coders and Makers is a project that aims to inspire girls and boys on ICT and also in making culture. So basically, we want more adolescents, more youth to be involved in the innovation ecosystem, especially in technology. And we're looking to influence girls and boys in a very different manner. That's why we're coming up with different projects like boot camps, and also we want to do TV shows. So far we've been able to do Code za Kijanja. Code za Kijanja is a TV show that is a reality TV show of a coding boot camp. So students at home, youth at home can learn coding and also can learn more stuff about design thinking and other soft skills around coding that can help them to come up with projects and also know what the innovation world is all about. And we want to do this so that we can break the myths and also demystify myths and also to break stereotypes that surround girls and boys to equally participate and actively participate in the world of innovation and also in the world of tech. We believe in a future of girls and boys to actively and passionately and do stuff that can actually bring social change or even revolutionize the world of innovation in a way that has never been invented before, which is why we're using media. We do believe that media has the power to influence, has the power to tell a story, and has the power to inspire youth from different regions in the country. The good thing is that Code za Kijanja is in English and in Swahili, so we hope that Tanzanian youth can very much be inspired and even learn more about it. So the Code za Kijanja TV show is really made for Tanzanian youth. Everything is in Tanzanian context, and young girls, young boys, and even youth under the age of 35 should not fear to see such a show. And it's a very fun one, and I'm sure they'll learn more about it. So keep your heads up. We're also going to launch different updates on our social media platforms, so look out for it, and soon we'll tell you which outlets or sources we're going to air our shows.
Okay, we're back online. So before I welcome Miss Eva, I'm going to call first Mr. Adam Mbyallu to give a bit of a brief to Miss Eva before she can be called for a word from Foundation Botna. Adam, karibu.
Thank you so much, Safina and Pole, for a technical glitch. Internet has been a friend to us today in Dar es Salaam. Things are moving a little bit slower than we expected. Eva, please welcome on behalf of Sahara Ventures. My name is Adam, has been introduced. I'm the managing director of the Sahara Consulting, which is part of the wing of Sahara Ventures. And just a quick, very proud to have you today. You have been witnessing partly, I know you have just joined a pitch deck, a virtual pitch, that part of our intervention in Dar es Salaam after the new programming of the of the post-COVID interventions. And we started with a makers challenge where people are coming up with the challenges and supporting them to perfect their models and see if we can put a bit of the commercialization of their part. And this exercise has been going through all the way. And today is the grand finale, and this is why we're here. But quick about the event, we have been having, within this event, we have a round of judges coming from across Tanzania. We have engineer Valerian Sanga, who is a managing director and co-founder of one of the very oldest makers lab here in town called Stick Lab. We have teams, a representative from Kyoto Hub, from Iringa, and another colleague from another region here in Tanzania, coming from MITS, which is another makers teams that we're working on preparation of the kits that will be used for the youth. You might have heard a little bit about that. But again, the team have already been started pitching, and a couple of them you might, if you have time to hear them. On behalf of the team, myself and TBI, I'll join. Thanks that Abela has just joined with me. You'll have a word from Abela as well. But I really want to welcome you, and we are glad and honored to have you here. We will share the pitch video, of course, on the line. This event has been streamed via YouTube as well. Our aim of running this, as we have promised before, is sharing awareness of the makers content, makers and coders, that this is a part that we want to showcase to the public, that this is something also we should put effort or more emphasis to our youth as a part of another option of job creation. You have seen these a bit senior, junior, showcasing their innovations. But as we are going through now, we have a number of other activities. You must know that we are running coders Zakijanja for youth below the age 15 years. And we have already started our Makers Youth Challenge, where youth from across Dar es Salaam are participating on a camp, making and breaking here in Dar es Salaam in our studio. So you'll be hearing a lot from us. Abela, would you want to put something around that as well?
Yes.
Thank you, before we welcome Eva.
So I'm just so excited, Eva, and I want to show you something that we are doing right now here at Sahara Spark. That is actually, we are actually, okay, thank you. Girls, come and say hi. Come. Come, everyone, come. So we're actually here at the Makers Space. Come, everyone, come. So these are all the girls. You guys see? We're actually in a coding camp right now. We are all making. So who are we? Makers. We are actually having breakfast right now. We are having breakfast, and this is actually our makers table. What have we been making, guys? What are we making? I can't hear you. What are we making? Jenga. Right. We've been making Jenga car. As Adam has been talking about, we've been using one of the kits that have been made by one of our trainers here, one of our partners called Jenga Kits, that we will actually come and share with you later. It's a making kit. So it's one of the makers actually. And I just wanted to show, okay, bye guys, say bye. Bye. So yeah, I just popped in to say hi. We are at the camp. Go to see you, Eva and everyone. Cheers. And like I said in the beginning, best of luck to everyone.
Hi, Eva, over to you now. I hope we have been bombarded with a lot of information. Now over to you, just a quick one, and before we go back and continue with our program. Thank you so much. You're welcome.
Yes, no, thank you very much, Adam, for this very warm welcome. So hi, everyone. My name is Eva. I'm a program manager at Fundación Botnar, a Swiss-based foundation. Afterwards, you will see a short introduction video from our foundation, but just to already tell you, our overall goal is to improve the well-being of young people in growing and vibrant, mainly secondary cities around the world. So Just a few words to us. We at Fundación Botnar think that young people are at the very best place to actually leverage advancements and change brought about by technological disruption. However, their needs and priorities are often neglected, in particular in policies. And we really stress the importance to work with young people as equal partners and contributors. Hence, meaningful youth participation is one of our core principles. And we would also like to make sure and encourage you participants that you also include those with limited digital access. And thank you very much again, Adam and Bella, for this very nice quick tour of the makers and coders space in Tanzania. This really shows that I'm really missing traveling. So I would love to be there and see it in reality, but I'm glad I could just see it. It was very inspiring. And I think, makers have a very unique possibility and opportunity to tackle social and environmental challenges. And I'm very glad, that you're working on gender cards, because I think, gender equality, in particular when it's about technology and innovation, is very important, that it's very inclusive, and we make sure that also girls are included in that process. So I'm very happy to see that. So just again, it's really my pleasure to be here today. A big thank you everyone for the invitation. And again, thanks to Adam and Jumanji from Sahara Sparks and Abela and Ismail from the Tanzania Bora Initiative. It's our pleasure to fund such a great program like the Makers and Coders. I would like to tell you very shortly about the program that we are financing or co-financing in Tanzania together with the Swiss Development Corporation, which is about developing and strengthening innovation and entrepreneurship ecosystem in Tanzania. The so-called Ifakara Innovation Hub is a dynamic innovation space which aims to expand innovation ecosystems to rural Tanzania. So that's really just in a nutshell. And I would, encourage you to follow the Ifakara Innovation Hub on LinkedIn or on Twitter or on other social media channels, and look out for opportunities, other challenges and possibilities to exchange with other innovators and makers. Thank you very much. Pleasure to be here. Just a quick note, other note from my side. I have to leave very shortly because I have a meeting that I couldn't shift, but I'll be back as soon as possible. Thank you. Over to moderator.
So Eva would like to really thank you for being part of it. Like Adam has already said, that we will actually share all the pitches, the pitch video, and also may the best idea win. But we've been telling our pitches since morning, all the pitches, we believe all of them are winners. And if there's a way we could award all of them, we could have. So there should be one way or another of recognition. But definitely, we've been exciting to hear some of the pitches this morning, and now back to the studio, right? I don't know if Adam want to say anything else.
No, thank you. Appreciate it. We'll give you update. Thanks.
Asante sana.
Yes, I forgot to mention that before. Good luck to everyone. Very inspiring to hear your pitches.
Hello, once again, I'm apologizing, like sincere apologies for the delays and for the technical glitches. Thank you so much, Miss Eva. I am doubting if you're here, but yeah, you're still here. Thank you so much. And apologies that we had on and off with the technical issues. So I am going to call next Plant Aquarium. This presentation will be done by Mr. Moses. Moses, please confirm that you're here. Moses? Yes. So this will be a presentation by Mr. Moses, Plant Aquarium. Their idea is plants with embedded systems enabling plants to actuate lights in aquarium. So on to the presentation.
Tanzania is approximately 40% covered by trees. That's a rather old statistic. Apparently, Tanzania is losing a minimum of 400,000 hectares of trees every year. That's a 1% annual deforestation rate, a very steep rate, twice the world's annual deforestation rate, which is 0.5%. Between 1990 and 2010, Tanzania lost a staggering 8 million hectares of trees. That is, in a space of 20 years, we lost a forest area equal to 3 times the size of Rwanda. When viewed in this light, this is very appalling. But this becomes even more appalling when viewed in yet another light. Forests are one of our best defenses against climate change due to their capacity to hold large quantities of carbon dioxide. Deforestation results in this stored carbon being released into the atmosphere. As deforestation rate increases, we risk edging closer to a point where our key arsenal in the fight against climate change is no longer a carbon sink, but rather a carbon source. One of the biggest vermin in this problem is the enormous lack of education among citizens on how their actions have direct impact on current climate issues. Another, being a progeny of the former, is the lack of conservative spirit amongst many citizens. A number of solutions have been deployed: the use of media, alternative sources of fuel, planting of trees to replace lost forests. But there's a bummer, however. These have failed to create a conservative spirit. Research has shown that halting deforestation alone has more potential in tackling the current climate crisis than taking every single car off the road. We came up with a solution to create this conservative spirit. We will create a device that will create emotional attachments between people and their green environment. We will use the strength and force of feelings that's created to effect a paradigm shift on how people perceive and relate to their green environment. Each product will communicate emotional severed messages, which will voice the silent agony of plants. This sounds almost too theoretical, I know, but here's a glimpse on how it will work. When I touch the plant, you can see the light came on. When I touch it again, the light goes on. You can see all these leaves are sensitized. There's another trick. When I do a sustained touch like this, light goes on until it reaches maximum and this light flashes. Another trick I taught this plant is when the light is fully on like that and I do a sustained touch again, it goes down until it reaches the minimum and the red light flashes again telling me, please lose the plant, because every time I touch this plant, it's really disturbed. When people know something has feelings, they tend to relate to it differently. This will help unite us in the fight against deforestation and the horrors of climate change. We will sell our solution as decorative products at a price of 80,000 to 150,000 Tanzanian shillings. We will also sell our impact to organizations and opportunities supporting solutions which tackle the current climate crisis. We have a very strong team. I, as a team leader, I am experienced with C++, Java, and Arduino programming. We also have a member of our team who is experienced with project management and coordination, and another who is very experienced with business administration. We have a unique competitive advantage. Our solution focuses on creating a conservative spirit in household levels. As conservation of natural tree resources has shown to be the best known strategy against climate change, our solution will help fight an important battle the right way. Our solution also has a unique selling potential due to its unique decorative value, plants which respond to human touch and can operate lights. We intend to come with our first prototype by January next year, and by March to do market testing and business registration, and by May to manufacture and sell our first 200 products, and to sell our first 1,000 products by July next year, and we intend to expand our business to Mwanza and northern regions by December. We need $1,500 to help cover costs in prototyping and market testing. My name is Moses Jonathan. I innovated the plant aquarium. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Moses. That was a very nice presentation. And on to you, judges. You have 3 minutes with Moses. Karibuni.
Hello, Moses.
Hello, Kevin.
It was very nice idea, nice presentation. Congratulations, by the way. So I want to know who is going to buy the product. Who are you targeting? Who are you targeting, and how large is that market?
So this product is sold as a decorative device. It's going to be that which I showed there, just a proof of concept prototype. It's not a real prototype. But we intend to make something that is like a potted plant, which can be sold to anyone who is in need of decorative devices. So we're seeing hotels, schools, we're seeing individuals, homes. It's something that is going to be very interesting. And for a start, when I started to make this prototype, I first of all shared it in my social media, and a lot of people were fascinated about it. I wanted to buy it when it was just as a rough prototype. So it's something that has a very huge market because it's a unique decorative device, and one which has not yet been introduced to the market.
Okay, so if you get the money and produce some of the final products, what will be your primary target in the marketing strategy? Where will you focus in the beginning? Like, I want maybe to sell to the individuals first, or maybe to the organizations, or maybe to who is really the primary market target for your product?
Thank you. So the main primary target, we wanted to start with people. The first are individuals, and with this we wanted to focus on middle class families because they're the ones who will be more interested with this type of devices. And then we will focus on schools, and there is a purpose there because this is a device that shows something that is focused in stems. Like, it's a device that shows life, like the life of a plant in a very unique way. So also schools can be interested in that, but we want to start first with a middle class family.
Okay, thank you very much. And can you name any competitor, or I don't know, if you have encountered any competition where you were doing you were doing a research maybe?
Yeah, thank you. It's exactly one of the things I thought when I was making this thing, because this is an idea which I had ever since I was in second, and when I wanted to, by then it was just something I did for exhibition. It was not as advanced as that. It was just it was not advanced to coding stuff. But when I was making it, then I tried to look around. Is anyone doing this thing? I did a lot of internet research, but I could not find anyone who has already come up with this thing. So I'm very confident in saying this, that this is a very new innovation and one which is very interesting in the first sight of people.
Okay, congratulations. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Engineer Valerian, any questions for Moses?
Yeah, Moses. How are you?
I'm fine.
That's a nice presentation. Well, I have one question. You have mentioned that you'll be selling your devices at around 80 to 150, right? So my question is, after how long do you think you can break even, like to be sustainable?
Okay, so I think there was a problem with my presentation because the timeline was not seen well. But I indicated there by at least we need at the a minimum of 8 months to be able to sell our first 1,000 products. To be able to sell our first 1,000 products. And when we do that, we will be able to break even with all the costs that are needed. So a minimum of 8 months from the time when we get the funds to do the prototyping, market testing, and then we'll do other features to get the money to produce our first 200 products and then 1,000 products. When we make our first 1,000 products, we'll break even.
And what is the production cost?
Yes. My production cost?
What is your production cost?
Yeah. Okay, thank you. So my production cost, I try to calculate basing on the materials we need, the cost we need to produce. The good advantage we have is a lot of engineering skills are possessed by me. So like for now, the first prototype I made, I estimated it to cost around $200 US. The production itself, the materials required, costed around $125. That was a rough prototype. But when I go to the real prototyping, I used a board which is a code like it's an Arduino there, but I will not use it. I will use a chip without the board. I will create everything by circuits. That one will reduce the cost to around 25 Tanzanian shillings to produce that thing. And then when we include everything else, the cost for production, electricity, and the time invested and the profit, the money will be able to suffice very well. The money we're asking customers. So our production cost is roughly less than 50,000, 45 to 50,000.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Miss Angel, do you have any questions for Moses?
Yes, sure. So Moses, congratulations. Nice presentation, by the way. I was just wondering, to what extent will these solutions solve the problem that you stated earlier?
Okay, so this is an approach which by itself is also new. But the thing is, I believe that when we create that emotional attachments between people and their green environment, they will tend to react with differently. So you can imagine a child who is growing out in a home and they have this kind of device and she or he gets this kind of mentality that these plants are not mere objects, they are creatures with feelings. When I touch them, they respond. They will react differently towards the problem of this cutting down of trees, useless cutting down of trees, forestation. So this is something that we use a technique, which is one of the techniques used in problem solving. When there is a big problem and every solution seems to fail, they usually try to use interaction of another to be able to solve that problem. And that is what we're trying to do. We're trying to use a different approach by entering into people's heart, telling them to sympathize with plant lives. And I believe that is going to help a lot.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Wow. Oh, Angel, you still have questions for me?
Yeah, last one, real quick.
Okay.
So how are you going to reach these 100 first users? What's your marketing strategy?
Okay, so we ask for the money to do market testing, and this is something, sincerely speaking, I've not yet done. So I've only asked them first, that's first funding to do just prototyping, market testing, and when I do the market testing, I'll be able to discover the way to reach those people. But currently, I was envisioning to partner with people who are already into decorative devices. You know, this is something that can be placed in a decorative storehouse. Like people will come there and they'll be able to see that. That could be the first strategy that could work. We could also do marketing in televisions and Instagram, those pop-up ads. Those also could work. But during the market testing, we'll be able to know which strategy to focus the most.
Thank you very much. Congratulations.
Right, thank you.
Thank you so much, Moses. It was a nice presentation, and we leave the job to the judges. And so we are on to the next, prayer recycling. I'm just going to share a bit of what they're doing. They came up with an idea that brings us rubber brush, oil seal, and plastic. Oil seal and plastic flakes. This presentation is done by Abdallah. Please, Abdallah, confirm that you're here. Abdallah, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Abdallah? I'm trying to just confirm before letting the video play. I'm trying to confirm that the person is here so that we don't do the repetition.
Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
Thank you. So on to your presentation, prayer recycling.
Yes.
We believe in the world with no plastic waste. I remember one day during 2015 when I was surrounded in the street, reading about the existence of the things. Abruptly, I found 3 people who were making quarrels about the problem of plastic waste. After seeing that, it's where the prayer group were started. My name is Abdallah Nyambi, a founder of prayer group. The problem of plastic waste nowadays, it become a very serious problem worldwide, and it estimated 4 million tons of plastic waste is being produced every single year, but 10% of it is being recycled, which is huge number of plastic produced, but recycled is very small number, and the 1% remain in the street as a microplastic, and the 90% pollute the marine, also pollute the ocean, also pollute the land, which cause the difficulty in productivity. That is a big problem worldwide. Solution. Due to that, we come up with a new solution which will help to solve this problem, which affecting living organisms, especially aquatic organisms, which estimated 100 millions of aquatic organisms die every single year. But we come with the new solution, which producing rubber bush product from a recycled plastic waste, which is used for helping in a car reparations. It reduces the friction between machinery parts, example on the excavator, crane, and the other machines. That is a solution. Also, there is a huge market in this industry of plastic waste. It estimated 1.1 billion market size within our country, because every day car is produced from different countries, and also we buy different car from outside. That is a huge market. And in Toyota, I was doing a certain research. In Toyota only, $104 market size in Toyota. So there is a demand of these raw materials. Our business models, how we're going to generate the money. through placing orders, wholesaling, and individuals. All we have ability to sell to them and get the revenues in order to rise the economy of our country. And also, we're going to reduce the imported product from outside, because now most of the car owners, garage owners, and the industries which deal with the car parts reparation depending a lot of bushing from outside, which is very costly, and it reduces the income of our country. So we come with this solution to help our countries to reduce that kind of income. Yes, competition. Now, there is a imported bush and the local bush. The imported bush also is very expensive, low durabilities, and also can't be customized. The local bushes also there is a pure durability, lack of dimension also, which it causes the difficultness in the reparation. So whereas we come with the environmental friendly product, also we come with the product which can be customized. There is a will of any customer to select what you want, depending with the colors, depending with the size. So we have ability to provide them. Our founding teams, we have four in our industries, which is myself as a CEO, Abdallah Nyambi. There is Ali Keriakim, which supports on operation system, and also there is a media coverage officer, which is Joyce Morel, help us, and the financial officer, which is a Wenceslas Sok. The milestone of this project, we expect $40 for improving this project, which will go into machinery requirement, which will buy the machine, which will help us on making more production, and also another man will be used for installations. We believe in the world with no plastic waste. The Tanzania without plastic waste, it is possible. Thank you very much for listening to me.
Thank you so much, and that was an amazing presentation. So on to you judges with Abdallah for the questions.
Hello, Abdara.
Yes, hello.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, that was very nice presentation. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
So, what exactly are you doing? Are you selling the bushes? Are you making the bushes, or are you making the machines to make the bushes?
We are doing both. We are making machine for ourselves, and also we are making a bush. We do both things because we innovate ourselves. We make our own machines, and also we make a bush. Yeah.
So you make the machine, but you don't sell them, or what you sell is the bushes that comes from the machines.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. What's the difference between your products and the existing ones in terms of the material? Are the existing ones not plastic based, or plastic based as yours?
Yes, the existing ones is not a plastic based. They in a chemical composition, they are using a rubber, which it takes a few times to be used in a car. You can use it for 4 days only. It is destroyed due to the chemical composition. But for us, we give a customer a wide range to get a product as you want. Maybe if we need a product to sustain it for 2 days, we can build a product for 2 days, which will help them to use it for 2 days. If for 5 days, also we'll make it for 5 days. But the imported product from outside, they using only 5 days. After 5 days, it destroys. So ourselves in a chemical composition, we add the value. We provided the strength of that bushy product.
Okay. And what the last question? What is the difference in pricing between yours and the existing ones?
Oh, because most of the product they expect is from outside. It costs 3,000 Tanzanian shillings. So for us, we sell you one bushy product for 1,000 shillings. So you see, we reduce the transport fees, we reduce the but in our Tanzania we sell only 1,000, which is very affordable because we are using a plastic waste, which always is available.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
Engineer Valerian?
Yes, Abdallah. Mambo.
Yes. Oh,
it's a nice presentation, bro.
Thanks very much.
There's something that is not clear to me. You mentioned the market size in Tanzania for Toyota. You said USD 104. Is that millions? Is that billions? What is that?
No, that is millions. $1 million.
Okay. So.
Yes.
Another thing. You said you're already in the market, right?
Yes. I'm already in the market.
Okay. And you're asking for 40,000 USDs.
Yes.
To buy machineries and improve your facility. So now,
yes.
If you get this money, after how long do you expect to break even or to be sustainable?
Yeah, of course. Hello?
Yeah, we lost you, Abdallah.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, Abdallah, I can hear you.
Yes. If we get this for 40,000 shillings USD dollar, of course, is the one of the money which are already in our milestones, because we were expecting first time previous we were expecting 60,000 USD dollar, but for now, because we raised some amount of money, we are saving because we sell the product. We sell the product, and we are already in our milestone. We were expecting when it reach this December to make a production of 1 million bushes, 1 million for month. But we don't reach at that target, but we produce just 5,100 bushes around in our country. That is how we're using our milestone. And if we get that 40, we will improve other parts and we'll raise up the production, because now we get the order from different companies. For example, from A1 product industry, they request the order of 100,000 bushes, but we don't reach that target, or we don't accomplish that demand, or we don't have to supply that bush because we don't have enough money to produce a large amount of that bush. So if we get money before March, we'll get the amount. We will return that money before March.
Okay, and so what is your target audience? Are you making bushes for only cars, and if cars, which brand? Or you're making bushes for Mbyallu?
No, we make a bush for different machine parts. Even now, we are starting to producing a bush for paper bags making machine in the industry. And also, I remember yesterday went to Kariakoo and selling a bush at a certain industry who making a paper bags machine. They had requested 500 bushes, and yesterday I supplied to them that bush. So we make different bush from machines, from motorcycles like boda, and also make for bajajis. Yes, we have a huge market here on it. And up to now, we have 10 assured customers. If we get that $4,000, soon we have ability to return each. Yeah, we have assured market for 10 customers.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Angel, any questions for Abdullah?
I don't have all the questions that I wanted to ask have already been asked and answered. So congratulations, Abdullah. Nice presentation.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Abdullah. And before we move on to the last team, I am having a big smile on me because this team has a female maker in it. So before we move on to it, I would love to remind the people who are following this event on whatever platform they're following, whether it's in Zoom or via YouTube. Our hashtag for today is #MakersFinale. Finale, the final with E. Let's keep on tweeting, let's keep on engaging with the event. And so I am going to call upon I won't say the last team for now because I have not confirmed that.
Yes, but I have something to add up.
Can you mute your mic?
Yes, I have something to add up. And the good news now, we build another machine. We build another machine now. We are in progress. You're welcome in our site located at Gongolamboto. And don't forget us to follow in social media as a priority at LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook. So you are most welcome.
Thank you so much, Abdullah, for that information. And yeah, so I'm going to call the team. Before I move forward into calling ACE-Hub, kindly may I remind the judges that we had one team, KFP. If to the end of this session, the representative have not shown up, we're going to allow the judges to judge as per the presentation video played before. So on to the next video with ACE-Hub. This presentation was done by an amazing female maker, Amina. So on to that.
Hello, my name is Amina Rashid from ACE-Hub. For more than 20 years of my upbringing in Dar es Salaam city, water supply has been a very big challenge in the city. However, different people use different techniques to ensure that they get clean and safe water. 86% of people in Dar es Salaam have an access to clean water, but the water is not safe. We can see Dar es Salaam covers an area of areas of up to 1,800 kilometers square, having a total population of 6.7 million currently, 2020. This population is expected to rise to up to 10 million by 2030. Therefore, the water problem in this population, 65% of these people have a problem of accessing safe water. This has even resulted to explosion of waterborne diseases. For example, we see in the year 2016, there were up to 14,287 cholera cases with 40% mortality rate in them. We see this is a problem. So ACE-Hub saw this as a challenge, and we came up with a way to solve this problem by coming with digital water banks. Before going to a solution, currently people are using different ways to acquire clean and safe water. Others boil the water, others have even gone further to use bottled water for consuming, and the worst case scenario, others even consume untreated water at all. So ACE-Hub has come up with a digital water bank which will ensure that there's provision of clean and safe water to everyone. This digital water bank will provide clean and safe water for 24 hours, 7 days a week. The water will be provided at an affordable price to people of all levels, especially the low-income households. The machine will also be environmental. The machine is environmental friendly, and there'll be traceability in a way that we can follow up on our data on how people are using our product and if there's a demand of more machines in different places in Dar es Salaam. 48% of these people in Tanzania, in the whole of our country, use 7% of their income to acquire clean and safe water. We see 7% is a very big number. So we have come up with a solution on how to lower this, whereby people can just use a little percent of their income to acquire clean and safe water. We intend to install this product in intended market locations such as busy places like markets, bus stands, and most important in local government schools, because in these places is where we find most students from low-income families. However, our competitive advantage in this is that our digital water bank will provide clean water. The water will be accessible 24 hours compared to bottled water, which is expensive, and also, though it's safe and clean, but it's not accessible for 24 hours. And also, there are people using disposable water bottles and refilling them with local water and also selling them. But we don't know if this water is treated or not. We see that this results to breakout of different diseases. Also, other people use boiling method. The boiling technique consumes time, and more so, it consumes energy because you have to use gas, electricity, or even charcoal. In our revenue model, we expect to raise our revenue by selling 1 liter of water at 200 shillings. Because one digital water bank is going to produce 1,000 liters a day, therefore we expect to raise 200,000 shillings a day, which will make it 4 million a month, and which is going to be 48 million in a year. However, despite setting our price, we're going to follow the government regulations through the water user guidelines provided by the EWURA from the Ministry of Water. Our operational costs so far, we need 19.9 million for investment because we want to start with 3 digital banks at once. So 99.9 million will help us install these 3 digital water banks, whereas our operational costs will go to up to 5.25 million in a month. Also, the cash position at the end of the year is expected to be 81 million. In order for our business to break even, we need to sell up to 4,900 liters in a month, which makes it 58,900 liters in a year. S-Hub is made up of a team of 4 members. There is Daniel Mvyallu, who is the lead engineer and the mastermind working out behind this project. There's me, Amina Rashid, who I'm an assistant engineer in this project. We also have James Mutemi, who is the team lead and works as a business developer in the hub. Also, we have Godfrey Kalima, who is a logistics officer. What's our call for action? The aim of us being here, we want to ask you for 10 million shillings, which will help our business to take off. We will use this as a working capital for installing our digital water banks in different places in the targeted market locations. That's S-Hub and that's our project. I know there are many stakeholders listening to me currently. We really ask for your support. It may be in coaching, either mentorship or even financial support. This will in turn help us to make this project work out wonders and hence ensure that all people in our society access clean and safe water. Thank you.
Amazing. That was a presentation from the one and only female maker in the event today. So on to you, judges. It's your time with the team. Can I confirm who is representing S-Hub? S-Hub. Yes, I can see James. So on to you, judges. It's your time with James for the questions.
Hello, James. James, can you hear me?
Just a minute, the host will let him unmute himself.
Hello, James.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear.
Great, thanks. Nice presentation from your team, by the way.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you very much.
I have a question concerning your competitors. You mentioned some of competitors, but I am aware that there are other companies who have water banks around Tanzania. And what is your strategy? What is unique about your product that will make me want to buy from you instead of these other companies?
Okay. Yes, I acknowledge that there are other companies that they have digital water banks, but the thing is, first we are selling water, so we are not selling the machines, but the machines we have designed ourselves and so as to be in position to produce clean and safe water. Now, concerning the other, because I can give you example, yeah, Heritage Drinking Water has digital water banks. He has placed the machines in Mlimani University, which are not currently working so far, but the one which is working is the one which it is in Ubungo bus stand, and the one which it is at Kariakoo. Now, the competitive advantage that we have over them is that the fact that we have designed the machines, so we have really lowered the cost of initial investment. So when I can say that our multiplier will be bigger, and the fact is it is digital learning, because for example, in these machines that that have been inserted, they need for Heritage, they need 3 people, and also the lens and everything. They are driving the cost of learning these machines to be high. So for us, our competitive advantage is that we have really lowered these prices. Thank you.
Thank you, but is your plan to serve DA only, or you also thinking of expanding? Because I have seen that you have mentioned on your income statement, if I'm not mistaken, that you'll be making almost 300 million by 2022, if not 3. So will that be generated from serving that only, or you're also thinking of expanding to other regions?
So the fact is, we know that there is a point of scalability that we did not include in the presentation, but we know that there are many other places where they have problems of water. For example, Dar es Salaam, the available is clean water, but not safe. But there are other places whereby this clean water is not there. There are the other places where the water is very salinity. So using our machines that we have created, when we insert in those places, it will really come to help. So we are looking forward that this project can be able to scale up to many places that have challenge in water, both clean and safe provision of safe water. And also we are looking forward to be able to expand even in Africa-wise. Now, concerning the assumptions of the cash flow, we have kept the estimates basing on the 3 digital water banks that that we are looking to insert. So all these estimations are just basing on the 3 water banks. So we are also aiming to add more digital water banks in schools, in many centers. We have so many centers in Dar es Salaam. We have so many house settlements in Dar es Salaam. So we are really looking forward in expanding the number of digital banks, both in Dar es Salaam, country-wise, and maybe Africa-wise. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That's all from me.
Well, hello.
Hello, hello.
Can you hear me, James?
Yes, I can hear Mr. Valerian.
Well, that's a very nice presentation, actually. I really like it. The fact that you have all the data with you, that's amazing.
Thank
I
you.
have a few questions. So in your presentation, you said you did some calculation based on 3 machineries, right?
Yeah, we are aiming to begin with 3 digital water banks. Yes.
So you mean by just having 3 machineries, you're expecting to break even very quick? Is that correct?
Yeah, our break-even we have inserted as the slide we are showing. We have looked at the units of water that we are supposed to sell. So for 1 month, we have to sell around 4,000 units of water. So in order to be in position to cover our everyday. So the units that we are going to be selling additional will be the, I can say, the gross margin, gross profit margin, because total variable cost, it becomes 87 shillings, whereby the contribution margin is 112.5 in order to fix the pricing of 200 shillings. So that is how we are looking to break even.
Okay. Okay, fine. Another question. You said you have already spent 15 million. Was that like a donation, or how did you get that money?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
In your slide, you showed that you have already spent around 15 Tanzanian shillings million. 15 million.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Yes.
So my question is, where did you get that money? You startup. Did you get funding? Did you get a donation?
Okay. To begin with, 15 million, mostly we have risen ourselves. So it is self-contribution money. Yeah, so that it has helped us because to begin with, using Dawasa's water, we saw that it can be complications. So we needed to begin with building our own borehole. And then we also invested in both primary and secondary filtration and purification. So most of the money we have fundraising ourselves.
Oh, so you have a borehole already?
Yes.
You said you have a borehole.
Yes, we have. Yes, we have.
Where?
At Kivule.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Perfect.
we have presented them. Yes.
Another question. So your idea is to provide clean and safe water, right?
Yes, yes.
And which process will you use to ensure that the water is clean and
Okay.
safe?
We are using the systems of RO, reverse osmosis.
Okay.
We are also using, so the RO systems is well known, and this we are sourcing it from labs and shelves. So it is already, I can say that all the regulations and everything, they are there to this machine. So that is how we have done it. That is how we can show that.
Did you buy the RO units or you made them yourself?
No, we bought the RO. No, we bought.
Okay. Then, another question. As far as the health is concerned, when you want to sell clean and drinkable water, you need to have certification. Have you thought of that?
Yes, we need 12 certifications. We have already made follow-up with the lab of water, Majimaji there, Ubungo. We have also made follow-up with to get certification and Ilala Municipal. So all this we are still making follow-up. So, but those sides, the labs and the authorities have agreed.
Okay, and the last question. In most cases, we get hard water, so you have to undergo the desalination process. What have you thought about that?
When we go to the places where they have salinity, we are also using the RO systems because currently our borehole that we have constructed does not have a saline water. So RO is there to make sure that all the bacteria and everything they are wiped, but it does not do the activity of reducing the salinity of water because the water itself is not saline. But if we go to the places where water is saline, then allow will do its major function of reducing the salinity to a pH of 7. So the allow can function that way.
And how about power consumption of your system?
Yes?
Power consumption.
Power consumption.
Yes.
It is, I can say it is less. Yeah, but we are looking at the way of using solar. But this, for now, if we go to the remote areas whereby electricity from TANESCO is not available, so we shall apply solar. But for currently, it is very less because they allow just fills the water that you need, then it does not run 24 hours.
Okay, one last question. In most cases, I don't know if you have a mitigation plan for this, what I'm gonna ask. You will be selling water, like
yes.
People do come with their cups or bottles, right?
Yes.
Sindio?
Yes.
Okay, then let's say my cup is dirty and I drink your water, I get sick.
Yes.
However, it was not caused by the water that I bought from you. Possibly it was my own mistake. And then I put a blame on you. What mitigation plan do you have on that?
Okay, for those, first, the thing is, we thought of that. So the place whereby the utensils hatujaweka kile kitundu cha kutolea maji, so there is a flat surface whereby the water will just pour down to the utensil. But also here on the place whereby the water will be inserted, there is UV lights. So they have to, I can say what, sanitize, sterilize your object. So we have made sure that every object that comes here, it will be sterilized using UV lights so that the container should be clean and safe itself before the water comes. So this is, we have thought of it and we have taken measures like that.
How long does the sterilization process take?
Yes?
How long will the sterilization process take?
The process of filling water or the process of what?
Sterilization. Let's say I have to sterilize my cup. How long will that take?
Within less than a minute. Less than a minute.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Hello. Hello, James.
Hello.
So you have mentioned that your first of all, let me congratulate that lady. It was a very nice presentation, of course, from the only female maker in the group. So shout out. And nice designs I've seen from the pictures you showed, nice designs of the product. So I want to ask you to know about the pricing. I mean the pricing advantage from other existing services like the ones who serves the same community with digital water banks. is there any difference between yours and them, or is it all the same?
Actually, for currently, the ones who we are doing this, for example, in part of Dar es Salaam, there is one who is where he's in Gerezani, has one machine, and also there is Heritage that I've talked about, also providing the services. They are all also they are selling at 200 shillings. And which for us, when we came, we sat down and saw that let's go with 200 shillings. It will be good because the 1,200 shillings, it will be competitive to even the untreated water, because here we are mostly the bottled water, maybe it has already its customers, but also there is this untreated water, this disposed water, whereby the bottled waters are refilled again, then sold to people. So there are very many people who are drinking this water, and 500 liters, 1 liter is sold at 300 shillings. Now reducing this to 200 shillings, 100, a person will opt for that 200 and not go to that untreated water. So when we did both the market and the product research, we saw that the best way is go to with 200 shillings.
Okay, so your competitors are selling at 200 Tanzanian shillings, and you are selling the same. And what is so different that I cannot buy or take water from your competitor to your station if you are located in the same area? What will be the value that I want to get from yours rather than just going to the competitor? If you are selling the same price, can you tell me if maybe about the quality of the water, if you're measuring them or monitoring the quality of water?
Okay, on the part of pricing, we decided to put the same level. But when it comes to water, the two stations do not provide cold water, but us, we are providing the cold water. So a person who needs cold water will come to us, not go to the other machine. And also, let's talk about the real demand, the people. There are so many. So we are seeing that how many digital water banks even at Kariakoo can you insert? You can Congo, there are so many places where digital water bank can be inserted. So I think when we come to the consumer sharing, everyone will get the customers and everyone will get the revenue and everybody will sell. So, but for us, we have added more qualities like cold water, stuff like those. But the price is 200.
So the last question is there any way on how you are monitoring the quality of water coming from your station or your bank? Is there any how you are monitoring it maybe in real time, or sometimes you know that the quality of water is degraded or whatever? Is there any chance that you are doing that?
Yes, we are controlling the quality of water throughout the line, because from the source there is primary filtration, from the selling there is secondary filtration inside before the water comes out. And also I've explained to Mr. Valerian that container which a person will bring also be sterilized. So we can say here the whole line is being controlled on the terms of quality and safety.
Okay. Okay, but I'm sorry. If you are monitoring, then you must have a certain maybe like quality parameters like pH or wherever they are being measured in numbers. So I want to know if today your water will have a certain value in quality, and then the next day maybe you are monitoring that and you know that like water doesn't come frequent or all the time with the same amount of minerals or residues. So your system may get disturbed by a high amount of impurities without you knowing it.
As you've said that we are also will be measuring. There are also the parameters to take over, so that we are also that logistics officer is specialized in water, so that is also his duty to make sure all the parameters of safety of water are adhered to, and also there will be regular checkups. That's why I said earlier that the quality control, the lab of Maji there, Mlimani, we have also entered in partners with them so that every day the samples now and then we can be able to monitor the safety and the quality of the water. So that is how we intend to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. So, just giving the benefit of a chance, do we have the KFP water meter representative online? If any, just respond by message. I'll give you 10 seconds to just send me yes. Do we have the representative online for KFP water meter? Or you can raise your hand. Okay, so silence tells me no. And on that note, I would like, first I just ask the judges, are we clear with the video that we played for KFP presentation? Or is there any that we repeat the video so that you can judge from the video? Just any judge randomly can respond to this.
I clearly understood the video, so I don't think if it's possible for me to replay it.
Okay. So yeah, on that note, sorry, Valerian?
I say I have no question on that.
You have questions?
I have no question.
No questions. Perfect. Then I think there's no need to replay the video. And on that note, I am informed that the judges have been sent a different Google Meet link by the admin. So can we all please, well, not necessarily that we leave this link, but we just join the other link that will only have the judges in it for you to discuss before we come back with the final answer on who made it to the top. So yeah, judges, we can release you for a fraction of about 10 minutes, somewhere there, and then you'll come back with the answers of who made it to the top. The rest of the participants can just stay in the link. I mean, in the Zoom link, not the other link. In the Zoom link, you can just stay here and wait for about 5-10 minutes for the judges to come back with the response, with the answers of the winners, the 2 winners. And before that, before we move forward with what is going to happen next, I'm just reminding the hashtag for today is Makers Finale, the final with E, Makers Finale. And yeah, let's keep on engaging, as well as you can actually keep on telling us on social media, I mean on YouTube via the comment section, who do you think deserves to be the winner? For those who are following this conversation from YouTube, you can just tell us who is your favorite out of the one that compelled you the most out of the 7 teams We just need 2 besties. Angel and Kelvin, can you please join the link? The link is sent in the chat box here on Zoom.
The first 1,000 days of a child's life are crucial. The brain's window of opportunity. A key period of development. But why let it stop there? What if we were to think further than the first 1,000 days? What if we began to focus on the second decade of life, on adolescence, the young and dynamic digital natives? Often neglected during a period where behaviors are formed and choices are made. Let's look at the year 2030. Almost 2 in 3 people will live in cities. Children left to mature in a playground of concrete and glass. At the same time, the world will also face a shortfall of 18 million health workers, a detriment to the health and well-being of our future. Now is our time to take action. Now is the time to create a paradigm shift in health, supported by innovative solutions. We need to move away from a main focus on disease treatment and care and focus on health promotion and well-being. This new city dweller generation needs our attention. But how do we achieve this? By transforming urban spaces, making them fit for children to flourish, both physically and mentally. By integrating artificial intelligence and digital solutions into the health ecosystem, making it much more predictive and personalized. And finally, through collaboration, from national government to cutting-edge entrepreneurs and to young people themselves, we bring the brightest minds together to develop sustainable and scalable solutions for the next generation. We need to work together. We're Foundation Botnar, the future now for children worldwide.
Dar es Salaam is among the fastest growing cities in the world. The city is expected to reach megacity status by 2030. This means we will have more than 10 million inhabitants living in the city. Something interesting is happening in the Tanzania's financial capital. A part of the road heading to the historical city of Bagamoyo is becoming the technological district of the city. The district is the home of all major public tech offices, telecom operators, innovation hubs, financial institutions, research agencies, and the College of Information Technology of University of Dar es Salaam. Startup companies and tech-driven businesses are moving to the area. The future is here. Organically, the district is championing Tanzania's efforts towards digital transformation and the fourth industrial revolution, creating a generation of new businesses and equipping youth with future skills. Join us and be part of the exciting journey by helping to promote, invest, and accelerate the growth of the district, the growth of Silicon Dar. You can follow the movement via www.silicondar.org.
The first 1,000 days of a child's life are crucial. The brain's window of opportunity. A key period of development. But why let it stop there? What if we were to think further than the first 1,000 days? What if we began to focus on the second decade of life, on adolescence, the young and dynamic digital natives, often neglected during a period where behaviors are formed and choices are made? Let's look at the year 2030. Almost 2 in 3 people will live in cities.
Hi, judges.
Children left to mature in a playground of concrete and glass.
Hi.
At the same time, the world will also face a shortfall of 18 million health workers, a detriment to the health and well-being of our future.
Okay, so
now is our time
the aim
to
of
take
this link
action.
is to basically just give you
Now
a
is the
room
time to create a
discuss
paradigm shift in
together
health, supported by
who
innovative
should be the
solutions.
winner. Also,
Children to flourish, both physically and mentally. By integrating artificial intelligence and digital solutions into the health ecosystem, making it much more predictive and personalized. And finally, through collaboration, from national government to cutting-edge entrepreneurs and to young people themselves, we bring the brightest minds together to develop sustainable and scalable solutions for the next generation. We need to work together. We're Foundation Botnar, the future now for children worldwide.
Dar es Salaam is among the fastest growing cities in the world. The city is expected to reach megacity status by 2030. This means we will have more than 10 million inhabitants living in the city. Something interesting is happening in the Tanzania's financial capital. A part of the road heading to the historical city of Bagamoyo is becoming the technological district of the city. The district is the home of all major public tech offices, telecom operators, innovation hubs, financial institutions, research agencies, and the College of Information Technology of University of Dar es Salaam. Startup companies and tech-driven businesses are moving to the area. The future is here. Organically, the district is championing Tanzania's efforts towards digital transformation and the fourth industrial revolution, creating a generation of new businesses and equipping youth with future skills. Join us and be part of the exciting journey by helping to promote, invest, and accelerate the growth of the district, the growth of Silicon Dar. You can follow the movement via www.silicondar.org.
The first 1,000 days of a child's life are crucial. The brain's window of opportunity. A key period of development. But why let it stop there? What if we were to think further than the first 1,000 days? What if we began to focus on the second decade of life, on adolescence, the young and dynamic digital natives, often neglected during a period where behaviors are formed and choices are made? Let's look at the year 2030. Almost 2 in 3 people will live in cities. Children left to mature in a playground of concrete and glass. At the same time, the world will also face a shortfall of 18 million health workers, a detriment to the health and well-being of our future. Now is our time to take action. Now is the time to create a paradigm shift in health, supported by innovative solutions. We need to move away from a main focus on disease treatment and care and focus on health promotion and well-being. This new city dweller generation needs our attention. But how do we achieve this? By transforming urban spaces, making them fit for children to flourish, both physically and mentally. By integrating artificial intelligence and digital solutions into the health ecosystem, making it much more predictive and personalized. And finally, through collaboration, from national government to cutting-edge entrepreneurs and to young people themselves, we bring the brightest minds together to develop sustainable and scalable solutions for the next generation. We need to work together. We're Foundation Botnar, the future now for children worldwide.
Dar es Salaam is among the fastest growing cities in the world. The city is expected to reach megacity status by 2030. This means we will have more than 10 million inhabitants living in the city. Something interesting is happening in the Tanzania's financial capital. A part of the road heading to the historical city of Bagamoyo is becoming the technological district of the city. The district is the home of all major public tech offices, telecom operators, innovation hubs, financial institutions, research agencies, and the College of Information Technology of University of Dar es Salaam. Startup companies and tech-driven businesses are moving to the area. The future is here. Organically, the district is championing Tanzania's efforts towards digital transformation and the fourth industrial revolution, creating a generation of new businesses and equipping youth with future skills. Join us and be part of the exciting journey by helping to promote, invest, and accelerate the growth of the district, the growth of Silicon Dar. You can follow the movement via www.silicondar.org.
The first 1,000 days of a child's life are crucial. The brain's window of opportunity. A key period of development. But why let it stop there? What if we were to think further than the first 1,000 days? What if we began to focus on the second decade of life, on adolescence, the young and dynamic digital natives, often neglected during a period where behaviors are formed and choices are made? Let's look at the year 2030. Almost 2 in 3 people will live in cities. Children left to mature in a playground of concrete and glass. At the same time, the world will also face a shortfall of 18 million health workers, a detriment to the health and well-being of our future. Now is our time to take action. Now is the time to create a paradigm shift in health, supported by innovative solutions. We need to move away from a main focus on disease treatment and care and focus on health promotion and well-being. This new city dweller generation needs our attention. But how do we achieve this? By transforming urban spaces, making them fit for children to flourish, both physically and mentally. By integrating artificial intelligence and digital solutions into the health ecosystem, making it much more predictive and personalized. And finally, through collaboration, from national government to cutting-edge entrepreneurs and to young people themselves, we bring the brightest minds together to develop sustainable and scalable solutions for the next generation. We need to work together. We're Foundation Botnar, the future now for children worldwide.
Dar es Salaam is among the fastest growing cities in the world. The city is expected to reach megacity status by 2030. This means we will have more than 10 million inhabitants living in the city. Something interesting is happening in the Tanzania's financial capital. A part of the road heading to the historical city of Bagamoyo is becoming the technological district of the city. The district is the home of all major public tech offices, telecom operators, innovation hubs, financial institutions, research agencies, and the College of Information Technology of University of Dar es Salaam. Startup companies and tech-driven businesses are moving to the area. The future is here. Organically, the district is championing Tanzania's efforts towards digital transformation and the fourth industrial revolution, creating a generation of new businesses and equipping youth with future skills. Join us and be part of the exciting journey by helping to promote, invest, and accelerate the growth of the district, the growth of Silicon Dar. You can follow the movement via www.silicondar.org.
The first 1,000 days of a child's life are crucial. The brain's window of opportunity. A key period of development. But why let it stop there? What if we were to think further than the first 1,000 days? What if we began to focus on the second decade of life, on adolescence, the young and dynamic digital natives, often neglected during a period where behaviors are formed and choices are made? Let's look at the year 2030. Almost 2 in 3 people will live in cities. Children left to mature in a playground of concrete and glass. At the same time, the world will also face a shortfall of 18 million health workers, a detriment to the health and well-being of our future. Now is our time to take action. Now is the time to create a paradigm shift in health, supported by innovative solutions. We need to move away from a main focus on disease treatment and care and focus on health promotion and well-being. This new city dweller generation needs our attention. But how do we achieve this? By transforming urban spaces, making them fit for children to flourish, both physically and mentally. By integrating artificial intelligence and digital solutions into the health ecosystem, making it much more predictive and personalized. And finally, through collaboration, from national government to cutting-edge entrepreneurs and to young people themselves, we bring the brightest minds together to develop sustainable and scalable solutions for the next generation. We need to work together. We're Foundation Botnar, the future now for children worldwide.
Dar es Salaam is among the fastest growing cities in the world. The city is expected to reach megacity status by 2030. This means we will have more than 10 million inhabitants living in the city. Something interesting is happening in the Tanzania's financial capital. A part of the road heading to the historical city of Bagamoyo is becoming the technological district of the city. The district is the home of all major public tech offices, telecom operators, innovation hubs, financial institutions, research agencies, and the College of Information Technology of University of Dar es Salaam. Startup companies and tech-driven businesses are moving to the area. The future is here. Organically, the district is championing Tanzania's efforts towards digital transformation and the fourth industrial revolution, creating a generation of new businesses and equipping youth with future skills. Join us and be part of the exciting journey by helping to promote, invest, and accelerate the growth of the district, the growth of Silicon Dar. You can follow the movement via www.silicondar.org.
The first 1,000 days of a child's life are crucial. The brain's window of opportunity. A key period of development. But why let it stop there? What if we were to think further than the first 1,000 days? What if we began to focus on the second decade of life, on adolescence, the young and dynamic digital natives, often neglected during a period where behaviors are formed and choices are made? Let's look at the year 2030. Almost 2 in 3 people will live in cities. Children left to mature in a playground of concrete and glass. At the same time, the world will also face a shortfall of 18 million health workers, a detriment to the health and well-being of our future. Now is our time to take action. Now is the time to create a paradigm shift in health, supported by innovative solutions. We need to move away from a main focus on disease treatment and care and focus on health promotion and well-being. This new city dweller generation needs our attention. But how do we achieve this? by transforming urban spaces, making them fit for children to flourish, both physically and mentally. By integrating artificial intelligence and digital solutions into the health ecosystem, making it much more predictive and personalized. And finally, through collaboration, from national government to cutting-edge entrepreneurs and to young people themselves, we bring the brightest minds together to develop sustainable and scalable solutions for the next generation. We need to work together. We're Foundation Botnar, the future now for children worldwide.
Dar es Salaam is among the fastest growing cities in the world. The city is expected to reach megacity status by 2030. This means we will have more than 10 million inhabitants living in the city. Something interesting is happening in the Tanzania's financial capital. A part of the road heading to the historical city of Bagamoyo is becoming the technological district of the city. The district is the home of all major public tech offices, telecom operators, innovation hubs, financial institutions, research agencies, and the College of Information Technology of University of Dar es Salaam. Startup companies and tech-driven businesses are moving to the area. The future is here. Organically, the district is championing Tanzania's efforts towards digital transformation and the fourth industrial revolution, creating a generation of new businesses and equipping youth with future skills. Join us and be part of the exciting journey by helping to promote, invest, and accelerate the growth of the district, the growth of Silicon Dar. You can follow the movement via www.silicondar.org.
Hi, so we are back with the answers of who made it to the top, and I hope the judges did a great job back there. So the next activity down the line is announcing of the winners. This will be done by the lead judge, which in this case we have Engineer Valerian Sanga of Stick Lab. So karibu Engineer Valerian and tell us who made it to the top, the two winners. Karibu sana.
Asante sana. Hello, mambo. So basically, the work was not that easy because we see everybody's a winner based on the criteria that we are looking, like the relative advantage, compatibility, the way you pitch, then complexity versus simplicity. Well, you all did an amazing job. However, as the judges, we had to discuss and well, we had some math. Now we have winners. So first thing first, we have to understand one thing. Having winners does not mean that we are not the best. Each and every one of us have done the best presentation, and we all have the best and amazing projects. Speaking of that, I would like to announce now the winners. We have two winners. The first one, okay, I will start with the second one. So the second one will be Chiaro assisting. And the first one is SenseX. So we have our two winners.
Wow, thank you so much, Engineer Valerian, for announcing the winners, and congratulations, SenseX and Chiaro. they will get a prize of 500 USD. And in the meantime, allow me to give at least a minute, guys. Do not exceed that, a minute to Abbas and Common. Just say something, a minute.
So should I start or who start? Okay. Thank you for all the mentorship work we did during the whole Coders and Makers challenge and all that. I was very helpful. As I also managed to modify some of my designs in the sensor and stuff like that. So thank you to Engineer Sanga for that. And also thank you to the whole team that was there, Jocelyn and everyone else. So, and also everyone else, it was nice to meet everyone with all these amazing innovations. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to work with one of them if my sensor project goes off. So thank you. I didn't prepare for this, so I didn't. Thank you very much.
Asante sana basi na hongera sana kwa mara ya pili. Common, on to you.
Hello.
Yes, Common, we can hear you.
Yes, sorry, my computer disconnected, a technical challenge. My sincere appreciation to the team at Sahara, Stick Lab, and all the partners that brought this together. The program has been an amazing experience in terms of learning, seeing where we can improve our ideas, improve our business models, and how we better take our solutions to the market. Appreciations to you all, and we have been working and we will keep working on the lessons that we've been learning from you. And congratulations to all teams that pitched today and made it to the finals. And see you in the market. Thank you very much. Visit us. You can learn more about our work at www.kiarassistive.com or on all our social medias at Kiara Assistive. And we hope to work with each and every one of you in one way or another in the near future. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Common. Again, hongera sana, sana, sana. And so, congratulations to the rest of the teams that pitched today. And lastly, but not least, I would like to again welcome Miss Eva, the representative from Foundation Botna, for the closing remarks before we can end our program for today. Karibu, Eva.
Thank you very much, Safina. Thanks again for inviting me this morning. We heard some very inspiring pitches here today. I really enjoyed it. So thank you very much to all the participants. And of course, congratulations to the two winners, but also, as Valerian already said, congratulations to all the finalists and teams. What you have achieved since you started with this journey earlier this year, I think it was around August, is indeed remarkable. And I would just like to say to all the participants, to all the teams, I hope you stay motivated and that you keep up your good work. And also, you know, don't be scared of failures. And I'm sure you all know Michael Jordan and perhaps one of his famous quotes, which says, "I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I failed over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed." So I would like to close with that Michael Jordan quote. Don't be scared of failures. Stay motivated and keep working. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Eva. That was a very nice piece. Stay motivated, guys. Stay motivated and keep grinding, keep moving, keep pushing. So We have a Swahili say that says, hakuna marefu yasiyokuwa na mwisho. We've had a lot of ups and downs during this event today, the technical glitches, this, that, but to the end we made it. And so before I close, I'd like to give major shout out to the team behind the show. First, to our partners, Tanzania Bora Initiative. You guys did a good job in collaborating with us, making things happen. And we have Jocelyn Msigwa. She had a talk before in the beginning of this event. She was the project manager. We have many others. We have Miss Najma for the communication, behind the cameras, behind the computers. We have Simon and Neyman. We have amazing team behind all this, going live and all. So shout out to you all. And myself, the host for today, my name's Safina Harun Msemo. It was nice having you all on board, and thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate, and looking forward to have you in the future events. Until then, this event is adjourned. Thank you so much.
The first 1,000 days of a child's life are crucial. The brain's window of opportunity. A key period of development. But why let it stop there? What if we were to think further than the first 1,000 days? What if we began to focus on the second decade of life, on adolescence, the young and dynamic digital natives? Often neglected during a period where behaviors are formed and choices are made. Let's look at the year 2030. Almost 2 in 3 people will live in cities. Children left to mature in a playground of concrete and glass. At the same time, the world will also face a shortfall of 18 million health workers, a detriment to the health and well-being of our future. Now is our time to take action. Now is the time to create a paradigm shift in health, supported by innovative solutions. We need to move away from a main focus on disease treatment and care and focus on health promotion and well-being. This new city dweller generation needs our attention. But how do we achieve this? By transforming urban spaces, making them fit for children to flourish, both physically and mentally. By integrating artificial intelligence and digital solutions into the health ecosystem, making it much more predictive and personalized. And finally, through collaboration, from national government to cutting-edge entrepreneurs and to young people themselves, we bring the brightest minds together to develop sustainable and scalable solutions for the next generation. We need to work together. We're Foundation Botnar, the future now for children worldwide.